Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to cover level 4 of the Wright Developmental Model. The regressive pole is conformity, the progressive pole is expression, and the principle is truth. At this level, we don't have one emotion, but we're going to build on the emotions of level 1, level 2, and level 3. So fear and hurt and anger. Conformity, we all conform. We all want to be a part of a group. We all want to feel like we're included. But can we still express our truth? Can we be part of the group but still be an individual and potentially disagree? 80% of the population doesn't live a majority of their life beyond conformity. Why? Well, it's because think of the other levels. Think of level 1, fear. We're all afraid to be rejected. We're all afraid to be alone. Think of level 2, hurt. We don't want to take a risk all the time to tell the truth and express ourselves because we may get hurt. So, and level 3, anger. Like a lot of times when we give someone feedback, it may be tough love. But if we hold a vision for them and are really trying to help them grow, can we tell that truth? Can we do it in rapport instead of in reactivity at level 3? And that makes a difference. Can I be a part of the group, but say, hey, I love you, I want to be a part, and I believe something different, and I disagree, and my truth is a little bit different, and be able to express that. Vision's very important to truth, like holding that higher vision and really holding that potential. That how can we help people maximize their potential by holding this higher vision? And we'll talk about that more as we get to the next levels of the model. The truth isn't always comfortable, and the challenge is, can we surround ourselves with people that are willing to tell us the truth? And there's two types of truth. There's kind of the compliment, like, are we telling people what we appreciate about them? And also, are we sharing constructive feedback, things that they can get better? So, do I have friends around me that will risk to tell me the truth, especially when it's hard for me to hear? So still, with awareness, we have this choice. So think about the other levels. We had a choice at level 1, did we want to express our fear? A choice at level 2 to express our hurt. A choice at level 3 to express our anger. Here at level 4, we have this choice to express the truth. And sometimes it could be very hurtful. So we have to think about that. We always have that choice. The truth exists here, but do I express it? When do I express it? And how do I express it? As a business example, I was with a client in London, actually, and we were in a tough spot of the project. I met with the project manager, and this person was telling me a lot of information. I was just kind of absorbing it, knowing that I was going to have a big meeting the next day. And in that moment, I was afraid. I was hurt at what this person was saying. I was angry, but I chose to contain it for that moment. I chose to wait. So I was just gathering information. And I think this is an important point, that we need to choose our moments, right? Because you're aware doesn't mean you just express everything, because there are potential consequences. So the next day we had a big meeting. So we had the client there and the client partner, the person running this project. We had our partner there, and then we had my team there. And so we had probably 18, 20 people in the room. So we started the meeting, we're talking about the business, and all of a sudden the same information from the project manager started coming into the meeting. And so I had a choice again. Here I am. I could lose this customer. I'm afraid, I'm feeling hurt, I'm angry. And in this case, because of the audience, I chose to say the truth. I chose to stand up and say, what this person is saying is not true. We do have the project plan. We do have the requirements. We do have this. And big risk for me to actually express that truth. The chief digital officer, he said, are you calling my project manager a liar? Like, very confrontational. I said, no, I'm just telling you the truth. We do have this, we do have this, we do have this, and I will show you it. So, a lot of tension. We kind of move out of the meeting. The project manager, on the way out of the meeting wouldn't look at me, wouldn't even shake my hand. But it did change the whole project. This person got taken off the project. We got a new project manager. We moved on very successfully, had a very successful project. But I got to tell you, what I'm saying is what's happening in here, you don't always express it. There's a whirlwind going on here, but on the outside, you don't see it. As a personal example, I'm going to share a story of when Gertrude, my wife, and I had our first child. It was I had a ton of feelings as the father, a lot of fear and actually a lot of hurt because I watched my wife, feeding my daughter, and I didn't know what to do. There was no talking. We can't throw a ball. We can't play baseball. So I was in this interesting position. But there was one thing I could do. I could comfort her. So I became a little competitive, and I wasn't telling the truth about my hurt. And I became a little competitive and let's see who can be the best parent. And gosh, it did not serve our couple at all. And I wasn't supporting Gertrude as a mother. So we got some coaching on this. We did some couples coaching. And to come out with the truth of where am I in this family? I'm afraid I'm going to be left out as the father. Like I'm watching this relationship and I feel left out. So there was a lot of risk, and instead of just eating it and sucking it up, to come out with the truth and just say, I don't know what my new role is here as a new father. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, and I'm not sure if I have value. And to say to my wife, like, I want some attention too, not just Morgan. So it was a very important move for me to express the truth and very important for our relationship. I wasn't aware of these feelings initially. I wasn't aware of my fear of being left out. I wasn't aware of my hurt and my hunger. And so it was coming out in this unconscious way through competition. So part of the awareness is to bring those things to light because it's going to come out one way or the other. And I'd much rather have the choice to have it come out in a more productive way. You have to be aware of the potential consequences and really own those. I'm teaching you to be aware of your fear, hurt, anger, sadness, joy, but you choose when to express it. You choose who to express it to and when to express it, and most importantly, probably how to express it. Do you express it reactively and blow up a situation, or do you express it in rapport, or do you choose to hold it and express it sometime later? You have to be responsible for the consequences. Between now and the next episode, see if you can be aware of conformity. Where do you choose to fit in, and where do you choose not to fit in? And see if you can see where do you express the truth, and where do you hold back and choose not to express the truth. So until next time, love lionheartedly. To me, real friends are those people who will stand for you expressing yourself fully, who will go out of their way to support you, to keep your word, to go the extra mile, to get out of the box, to make your dreams come true. The only people who will do that are those who are doing it themselves. Everyone else will be completely caught in the grip of dancing to the tune of their yeah buts. Nothing is more powerful than a great network of support. In fact, you will not be able to break out of the grip of automatic living without the help of other people. Find new friends who are also willing to stand out in the wild winds. Create a group of friends dedicated to supporting one another to make the entire group's dreams come true. Train yourselves to speak for your friends' commitments rather than the infinite wisdom of your own opinions. Nicholas Lohr. Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to cover, as always, there's additional notes for you to use in the notes.
Perfect.
All right, here we go.
It's gone off without a hitch so far.